What's going on, guys, and welcome back to our modded world. It's been a hot minute since I've done any recording on this world, and that's just because I've been busy IRL. I've still been putting out videos like weekly just because I've had a lot of backlog of episodes I've recorded before I had the break of like 4 to 5 weeks of not being able to record. But I updated the mod pack, and it's for some reason made the fog distance a lot closer than what it was. And for the life of me, I can't find any fog settings in the actual settings. So you got use fog occlusion, enabling, disabling that does absolutely nothing, and then this just changes an error code that it puts out if the game crashes for something or another. But yeah, there's like, I can't find anywhere that's got a slider for the fog settings now, and I don't know why. I may have to look into it, but we're just going to have to deal with the fog in this episode, otherwise I'm not going to be able to record anything. So let's head on over here and quickly top up our tanks. Grab you, and then grab you. Thank you. I've also had an issue where I'm getting these creepy gifts spawning from a mob that is dying inside of our crushers in order to get the the mana from our BOTANIA setup. So that would be somewhere around here. Yeah, so I don't know what in here is dropping the creepy gifts. Could just be like a rare drop from like one of the red sparkly mobs that spawn. Is it the same born? Yeah, it is born in chaos, so I'm gonna have to put this into our storage drawers, otherwise it's just gonna start piling up. I don't actually know what they drop though, so I'll let me put one into, say, here, and then do this. What do we get? We've got coal. Well, that's not a creepy gift at all, it's just garbage. Coal. Is it just always coal? Yeah, it looks like just always coal. Well, that sucks. So we want to get more into our BOTANIA stuff. Now, I've let the pool sort of build up, and I've added a few more pools in preparation for this. But what we need to do is actually get into TERRASTEEL. And in order to do TERRASTEEL, we need a... first of all, before I forget, because this can mess it all up, let's take our magnet off. We want the plate for it. I forgot what it's called. At BOTANIA, this thing, the TERRASTEEL amalgamation plate, agglomeration plate. Okay, so we're gonna have to make a whole bunch of runes. So we need rune of water, rune of earth, rune of mana, rune of air, rune of fire. So what we can do is just add all of these over to our bar on the left. Have we got any of the runes? Okay, we need to change the settings. So use JI, use AE, sync with JI. There we go, that's fine. Just so I can do these independently of one another. Runes. So we've got rune of fire and we've got rune of earth. So we've got 2 of them already. So let me make the other ones, and once I've got them in place, then we can make the plate and do our first lot of TERRASTEEL. Alright, so managed to get all of these runes done. I've done a few dupes of some of the other ones. Like we've only got 3 of the manas, we've got 6 of the waters, 6 of the airs, because you get 2 per craft. And I still need to make more earth and fire because they do get useful further down the line. But nevertheless, let's go on to this agglomeration plate. Still no idea if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but let's do one of them. And then I do believe I need lapis as well as living rock. I'm not 100% sure though. How do we set this up? So yeah, so it's the plate, and then 4 in a plus sign of the lapis. So what we can do is just whack it here, I'd say. We got like, no. But we're using our fist, so do something like that. You, and you. Doing stone. And then our plate can go on there. And then we can get a spark to get the mana drawing from these guys over here. I do believe, or I hope so. Then we want to find the recipe for TERRASTEEL. Where are you at? So it's mana steel, pell, and mana diamonds. So put this stuff away. So mana diamonds, mana pells, and mana steel. And then I do believe we just throw one of each. Oh. Yeah. Dancer in the dark. Okay, so what do we need to make the chicken? I'm pretty sure we need a lot of the blocks to make the chicken. God damn it. We need a lot of TERRASTEEL, and it takes, like, I do believe, a full mana pool. Yeah, like a full mana pool to make one TERRASTEEL. God damn it. Why are they so expensive? So we need 9 times 8. Which is... what? 72? Is it? Is that right? 9 times 8? Yeah, 72. So 72 crafts that, but it's not what we're going to plan on doing right this second. What we do want to do is get some TERRASTEEL nuggets, and then we're going to want to make this Elven Gateway core. Nice. So what else we need for the Elven Gateway? Have I got my botanical book anywhere? Apparently I do not. There we go. So, oh my god, there's so much noise over there. Mana manipulations, radar. Nope. Mana bellows, mana sparks. Mana voids, split arm mirror. So, where would it be? This one? The portal to Alfheim. Okay, so we need the nature pylons as well. Oh no, crafting the Elven Gateway, crafting nature pylons. Okay, so 2 mana pools with yeah, so we need the pylons. And a core in the center. Interesting. So if we go like so, and we want you to go there. What is this? Glimmering living wood. How do we make glimmering living wood? Oh, okay. 3 of these guys. And then living logs. Living wood. How do we make living logs? Oop. Okay, so we have to put normal log around that. It can't just be living wood. Is there any way of turning this to living logs? God damn it. Some of this. Guess we're gonna have to wait for that to transfer, and then we need the Natura pylons, don't we? These guys, so we need 2 of these guys. 1 and 2. That does look pretty cool. Let's go stand here and fill up this flower with our XP. For some reason this one doesn't get filled, although it's still dropping the XP directly into that section. I may see if I can't set up 3 tanks with individual taps for each one. Got that. Okay. So, Olive logs. To this. That. So. Yay. I'm not a fan of that being empty, so let's just do that. And then I just need to click on this. Awesome, then it just uses a little bit of mana to maintain the actual portal. So it's having to refill and using these spreaders, which is fine. Let's just step away. So we've got that open. So what we want to do is make the, yes, what is it, Elementium? It's the pink stone stuff, this stuff. So this I do believe is just mana still. So it's a 2-for-1 transfer rate. Pixie dust is mana pearls. Dragonstone is mana diamonds. And then we also want the glass as well. Ooh, okay. First of all, get a whole bunch of this. Let's just get a couple of stacks of this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. Then we're going to want diamonds and ender pearls. Put that there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it from this wall. Guess we're using a different pool. Now we are draining all of this mana very quickly. Okay, we've got this stuff. Let's, because we didn't actually get, oh, we did actually get 2 full stacks, which is happy days there. Do the Dragonstone first of all. We can make a pretty cool Elementium like armor set with this. I think it's pretty cool. Great Fairy's Blessing, 10% less mana cost on mana tools and rods. Then we're going to want the glass as well. The Alpha Glass. I think we need mana glass. Yeah, to get the Alpha Glass. As to why we need this stuff, I'm not actually sure. My main target is I want to make the Elementium chicken. And I also want to make the TERRASTEEL chicken. But the TERRASTEEL one looks like it's going to take a freaking long time to have to do. So I'm going to have to either improve or up my mana production. Which I guess I can do. I can use a system with Ender Flame. So I may just do that additional system in order to feed into this one. I guess I could do like a Ender Flame system set up over here purely for feeding the TERRASTEEL plate. But what do I need to make the Elementium chicken first of all? Elementium. That is not how you spell Elementium. This dude. So we need 8 blocks of Elementium. Oh my god. And that is what, around a what chicken? Around a mana steel chicken. which is around the diamond chicken. Do I have any of that stuff? Okay, so I need to get a diamond chicken. Chickens. Also, if you're wondering what this is, I made a room upstairs with a elevator. No, downstairs with an elevator. So that way we can expand going down. But the issue is with my step up boots, it doesn't really work all that well. So I created just like a separate room down here, which we can then do tunnels off. So that way we can build into loaded chunks without actually having to load more chunks, which I think is pretty cool. I love the way the elevators sort of work as they open and close the doors each time you get to a different level as well, which I think is pretty cool. We're looking for diamond chickens. Oh, we've got a few. Happy days there. Let's throw you into here and we can grab our Minecolonies one. Awesome. And then we want, what, 8 of these guys? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And Elementium. And you are a tier what chicken? Tier 7. Oh look, they've changed all the UI of the Bruce thing with the update. So you are tier 7. So seeds. I do apologise for my phone. Tier 7. And Q tier 7. That Elementium one done. But now we have to. Oh my god! What the hell is a nut hammer? No! So freaking loud. I'm gonna have to go deal with that quickly. West and south. It shouldn't be too difficult. So I'll catch you back in a sec. So I've been messing around with this, just seeing if I can distribute the XP a little better. And it seems to be working a little bit better by having 3 tanks with 3 taps directly over each flower. I have made a bunch of the mana glass in order to get to the half glass. I don't even know what this is used for. Yeah, I'm going to be using it for that swarm bomb. Bifrost block. Bunch of weird little gadgets, but this can be any class. I don't think it's specifically for this, but the flare lens, definitely something that we can be using. Let's throw you guys. And then we can also change the living wood and living rock, I do believe, into the glimmering dream wood. So we are going to make a whole bunch of that in order to upgrade our mana spreaders. So we can get the elven, is it this one? Elementium. Yeah, so we should be able to make these. Do that. We can throw away this. I am going to have to up my mana production a lot in order to get the TERRASTEEL chicken. So what I'll do is after I upgrade all of these mana spreaders to the elven ones, I'm going to... Oh, that just ate the stone. So I guess you can't change that. Never mind, but we've got tons of the living stone anyway. So we've got a whole bunch of the dream wood as well as the elf glass. That should keep us going. I'm going to set up a new setup, and once I've got enough TERRASTEEL in order to make the TERRASTEEL chicken, I'll bring you back and hopefully have the Ender Flame setup that we're going to be running. I'm probably not going to need these guys here anymore. So, you know what, let's just put them over there, just decoration. That way I've got enough room over here to set up a new setup to do some, mana production in order to keep this running. And hopefully this setup will keep the flowers full. For some reason this left flower never stays full. I never understand why. It seems to be producing a fair amount. So yeah, let me upgrade everything and then I'll bring you back once everything's done and we're ready to do the TERRASTEEL chicken. So fast forward around about, I'd say at least around about 9 or 10 hours. We've been making the TERRASTEEL and we have finally got enough to hopefully get the chicken. But this is the Ender Flame setup that I've done. So I've upgraded all of our mana spreaders, so the elven mana spreaders, and I added some fabulous pools with some sparks on top. I got rid of the sparks above the ones that have the nature pylons because I didn't want this portal going off at any point. But I've upgraded all of this setup, and as you can see, it's now just topping up all of the mana that we've been chewing through to make this freaking TERRASTEEL. But we've got a whole bunch of Ender Flames running off of the coal blocks, and we've got the redstone wireless transmitter sending it to this transmitter. So each time it picks each time one of these pick up the coal block, it will then deactivate the transmitter, which will then deactivate this, and it will send a signal to stop the exporter from AE from importing the coal blocks into the open crate, which drops it straight down instead of droppers that will then fire off in each direction. So we're using the open crates to drop it straight down onto a pressure plate. But that's the quick and dirty setup of using the Ender Flames. I still much prefer this setup. It's a lot more sort of creative than this. This is like the bulk standard of what most people end up doing. But I needed a lot of mana very quickly, so I just kept on throwing more and more Ender Flames into there. But hopefully that is enough for us to actually go and make our chicken. So let's go TERRASTEEL chicken. Means we want one of these, which means we want one of these guys. You. And then we are also going to need to turn these into our blocks. Oh, we've actually got 2. Did I miscalculate that? For some reason I thought it was... No, I've not got enough. Oh, no way. God damn it, it's 72. For some reason I had 47 in my head. Well, I guess I'll catch you back in a bit again. So I made just over another stack, which took another... like 6 hours. It's just I've just been doing bits and pieces around the mine colony while this has been doing its thing. So I need 3 more. Thank you. And then TERRASTEEL chicken. Oh my god. Tier 7. So we need some tier 7 seeds. Let's throw you guys away. And go put this chicken in its place. Here. And then we're going to want you, tier 7. And I'm also going to want to make sure this is pulling. So. Should now start producing our TERRASTEEL. Creepy snowman head. Oh god, this born in chaos crap. Just forever annoying the hell out of me. Let's go and put our TERRASTEEL into its place up here. There we go. So now we should now be getting TERRASTEEL. What is this? Oh, that's the amphelite. Nickel, electrum, osmium, inderium, lumium, signalum, constantin. That's all of the thermal foundation materials. So we're definitely on our way. Let's throw away all of these nutcrackers or nut hammers. And the weird... Can we use this for anything? No, you can go away. Oh my god. So we've got what I aim to get done today, which is getting the elementium as well as the TERRASTEEL on auto production. We're going to have to let that build up in the background. So what can we actually do with said TERRASTEEL? So we can make the armor set, the TERRASTEEL armor set, greater band mana, Terra Shatterer, TERRASTEEL tower shield. Oh yeah, we need to do the Gaia fight. Okay. Interesting. Greater band of mana. The good thing about the Gaia fight is that it should be relatively easy for us to do and kill them, but then the Gaia also drops a whole bunch of the runes, should save us the headache of having to craft them. But I completely forgot how to do the Gaia setup. I don't think you need mana for it. So I know it's like Gaia pylons. So Gaia pylons, which is pixie dust, Elementium. Okay. And I do believe we need 4 of these. Which means we need 4 of these. 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I need to figure out how to actually do the Gaia fight. Like the setup of it. Alphamancy. Challenges. Fancy doing any of them. School items, trinkets. What would it be under? Yeah, this is being done. I don't know what all of these things are. Miscellaneous. I thought it was red. I think I need to have all of the materials for this portal in our pocket. So if we go, not there, because I think that might then lead us to the next thing. So if we go, BOTANIA and pylons, I want to make another couple of these, then another couple of these. Then we're going to want the glimmer wood. These, and then we got, I've already got 2. Stop placing them above them. Can actually place them on top. That is now still producing quite a lot. That is keeping up with the production. Everything seems to be going. You will not be getting created. You will not be getting created. Rest of these will. I'm hoping that will tick off me having done the portal, because otherwise it's going to get really annoying. This thing. Come on. Give me the living logs. I may upgrade these. All of these can only hold 512. That's from all of our flowers up over here. Which means they're probably getting full. Done this. 8 dealing with blocks. Yep. Oh, the core. Core. You. Oh. Okay. I forgot. There we go. Was that correct? Why is it? This is really annoying. Okay, let me figure out why this isn't progressing. Yeah, for some reason, I actually had to make a new book and throw a new book through the portal for it to trigger. Okay, so, this is the first time. Okay, that's fine. So, Rituals of Gaia. This is what we need to set up. So we need a beacon and 4, well, and some iron blocks by the looks of it. So let's grab, have we got any beacons made? No. Well, a nether stars, so that's definitely not an issue. We can throw all of this stuff back into there. And then let's grab some iron. Like so. And then let's find somewhere that we can actually set this thing up. Come on. I think we still got that area free where I was planning on doing a gun factory, but I just have not got around to it. Yeah, so this area over here. Okay. Do this. Visualize. Okay. No. And oh god damn it, I put the wrong pylons away. They're a lot stubbier than I thought they were. And beacon. Happy days. Yeah, sure. And then, what is it we need to do to trigger the actual Gaia fight? Is it just a TERRASTEEL ingot? Standard gear, yada yada yada. Okay. Yeah. As well as function, as well as a single TERRASTEEL ingot as a sacrifice, which we have now got on auto production with our chickens. Oh. Well, remind me to turn the volume down on this one. Oh, you can't fly, I forgot. Come on. Music isn't terrible, but I'm pretty sure that it's not allowed. Oh, they're getting the snowman heads. You know what? Let's just throw on our magnet. There you go. Yeah. Okay. I see sweetness. Onion. Corpse maggot spawn egg. Creepy gifts. Got the 8 Gaia spirits. Got skeleton spawn egg as well. We're probably going to need a trash can. Let's just do one of these and throw stuff that we don't want on us. Like so. And then what we can do is actually upgrade these to Gaia ingots and do the next hero fight. And then I do believe the next hero fight is where we get much better stuff. So here we go again. Hello. Stop shooting lasers at me. Goodbye. so much garbage. Now usually in this fight it will give you like the wither effect, these lasers that it's shooting and whatnot. But we're sort of immune to most stuff from all of our potions from our pylons. Like all of this purple stuff on the ground would usually give you the wither. Yeah! Okay. So, throw a bunch of this stuff. The hell? Creepy nutcracker. Okay. 16 more Gaia spirits. The Will of Karil. Bunch of mana steel. Mana pearls. Mana diamonds. And this is where we start getting the runes a lot easier. Let's throw you away. You can go. Okay, and then we got the Dice of Fortune. Is it the Dice of Fortune? Dice of Fate. And what ring do we get? We got the Fruit of something. Control. Relic known as the Fruit of bestows the brave soul who earned it with an endless supply of nourishment. Be eaten like any other piece of food, but will use mana to replenish hunger. It would probably be a good idea to get used to the taste of apple though. So it's probably like the worst one that you can get from that. I want to know what the frig this thing is. Is it just like... Oh, that is creepy. Creepy nutcracker. So a whole bunch of runes. So yeah, I'm probably going to call the episode there. What I'm going to do in between this episode and the next one is farm the rest of these in order to get the Dices of Fate. Because I do believe there's a whole bunch of different rings that you're able to get. So if we go on to BOTANIA, and it is... Where are they? So all of these are the things you get. So you get the Fruit of Gaia, the Key of King's Law, the Eye of Flugel, Ring of Thor, Ring of Odin, Ring of Loki. And when you combine all of these rings together, you can then get like a super OP ring. I forgot what ring it is though. I know it's like a ritual thing that you have to do to combine them, I do believe. But I'm sure the book will let me know exactly what I'm meant to be doing there. What is this? If the... I speculated about relics are in fact real, these items materialise from rolls of the Dice of Fate. So some critical powers. The Dice of Fate being six-sided seems to imply the existence of 6 relics. Relics seem to know who earned them, thus giving someone a relic. Okay. Legends say that the same relic may not be awarded to the same person twice, so keeping an earned relic safe is high priority. Perhaps Resolute Ivy would make a good investment. What did that? Blind persons... Oh, okay. That's just to stop you from losing items. What is this? Oh, this is the thing that goes onto helmets. Not you. You. Yeah. So it's just like a perk thing that you could put on the mana armor. What else is there? What else can we use to go? Well, okay. Anything else we would need from that? So we've got Rune of Water, Rune of Envy. Only 2 different runes? Or did we throw some away? I don't think we threw any away. I think we threw some in here. I think Rune of Water. So let's throw this stuff. So yeah, I'm going to carry on doing the fights, and once I got all the 5 other dices, then we can open up and see what we're meant to be doing with them. But I think that is probably going to do it for today's episode before I go on far too long. We've made serious progress. We're automating the Elementium, we're automating TERRASTEEL. We've got into the Gaia ingots, which are OP. The Gaia spirits as well are used for upgrading a whole bunch of stuff. So we can now make the Gaia mana spreaders, Cloak of Balance, Rod of Unstable Reservoir, the Mana Storm charges, Flugel Tiara, Sigil of Awakening as well. The Nimbus Amulet? No idea what that is. What do you do? It's an upgraded form of the Cirrus Amulet infused with the power of Gaia Spirits that allows this bearer to triple jump. Okay, so not overly useful for us, but nevertheless still interesting. So hopefully you've enjoyed today's episode, and hopefully I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye bye.